Goeienaand. Good evening, fellow South Africans, and I'm going to have a bit of a rant. Okay, just get over it. And my rant is about the Chinese. It's quite extraordinary what's happening in South Africa. It's absolutely extraordinary. And I'll tell you why. In one hand, or in one corner, you've got the Caucasian or European population who basically developed South Africa, built the incredible state-owned enterprises like South African Airways and Eskom. They brought health and education into South Africa. And as a result, all the people of South Africa benefited from this. Otherwise, the people of South Africa, without the European influence, would still be in the Dark Ages. And there's absolutely no question about that. So despite the wrongs of the past, the actual input of the white people into the development of all the people in South Africa has been quite extraordinary. Yet today, they are treated like second-class citizens. It's like putting the kid in the corner because he's done something wrong. Okay, go and sit in that corner, and I'll tell you when you can come out of it. That's basically the way the new ANC government and parties like the EFF and the BLF are treating white South Africans. It is an incredible slap in the face, and I find it amazing that the whites in South Africa are just taking it on the chin. I mean, I would have thought, in the spirit of if you look at the Boers and the Voortrekkers and their spirit that they had in adversity, I would have thought that there would be a much more active response to what is going on, especially when you see what happened just in the last couple of weeks at Clifton Beach and at Camps Bay. What's been going on with the farm murders? You know, they're not allowed to protect themselves. You've got the Boer Legion and you've got groups like Saitlanders, but they're not allowed to actually have an official military operation to defend themselves. So they're basically, very vulnerable as a race. And that's why we always talk about the impending genocide, because they don't have or they're not allowed to develop facilities like police stations. Now, let's talk about the Chinese. What have the Chinese done in the history of South Africa? They've done diddly squat. But now they are honorary blacks, and they have been granted a special area in the northern part of Gauteng or Limpopo, where they can build their own city. They can build a Chinese city. And I had a video up yesterday, or added a video yesterday, which I'll link below. And the Chinese are developing what they call special regions, where if you develop, and it's got to be a Chinese business, you've got to be Chinese, and it's got to be a Chinese business. So it's like a little bit of China in the special area. And when I say special area, it's probably 20,000 hectares or something like that. It's a huge area. And if you develop your business in that area and you're Chinese, guess what? You pay no tax. You pay no tax. And the Chinese are doing this all over Africa. They are putting nothing back into South Africa, and they're taking all the minerals out. You see what's happening at Richards Bay with all that coal disappearing through the back door and no one's allowed to know about it? Well, Eskom doesn't have coal to power up its electricity stations. It is absolutely crazy. I mean, whoever's running this country has got rocks in his head. And now you've got the Chinese building police stations. And let me tell, this is a wake-up call for Ramaphosa. You know why the Chinese are doing this? Because soon the South African police service will be defunct. It's pretty well defunct anyway right now. It's useless, to be quite frank. And the Chinese will have these... Sorry, it's pouring down with rain. God is getting my message. That's the noise you can hear on the roof. They're developing these police stations which will protect the Chinese people in South Africa. And as they start colonizing more and more of South Africa, just slowly, just slowly moving stuff in and doing stuff, and the Africans become more marginalized, I'm talking to the Bantu and Nguni people right now. You guys are going to rue the day that you treated the whites like you did post-1994. Because your grandfathers are going to be talking about how wonderful their lives were under white rule, and in 50 years' time, you guys are going to be thinking about how shocking your lives are in these internment camps that the Chinese will set up for you. And those are the lucky ones. Those are the ones who are allowed to survive. That's how China works, guys. This is a wake-up call. You are destroying the very precious part of your racial mix who have done the most for you, and you're handing on a plate your country to a group of people, or the Chinese, who are going to absolutely clean you out. There's a sad irony in all that, isn't there? All right, that's my rant. Have a great evening, and please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Take care, guys. Bye for now.